to be recording. I'm just getting this going here. Make sure mic is good, Spotify is good for once.
Became a symbol of economic
Wow, and look at that.
and the push.
DaVinci's working. Imagine that. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Now live on your channel. Sick. All right, so man, so today,
United, fighting for justice, dignity, and dignity.
Today we are working on this edit for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This is, you know, it's going to be pretty straightforward. Here's the script. So, you know, it's pretty simple. The idea this year was to just get to do something around the idea of the bus boycotts. So we wanted to feature that. So what Vance did is he bought some bus seats, like just off of Amazon or something like that, like just some bench style bus seats, and the kids painted them with a bunch of designs and just their own artwork, and they did, you know, a lot of different kind of statements on the bus seats, and I have some footage of it here. Yeah, so like this kind of thing, they just painted these bus seats. So, you know, with their own ideas and everything. So these seats will be they'll be put on display at the art gallery here in Medford for the month of February and the end of January as well. So the seats will be on display, as will a lot of other artwork just from not only the kids from base they also did a bunch of artwork like masks and just other general artwork that they can sell, but also just other members of the Black community here in Southern Oregon. It'll feature all of their artwork as well. And so these bus seats will be kind of the center of the installation, the center of the exhibit, I guess. And then to go along with them, you know, not only will these seats be around Martin Luther King Day and everything, but they'll also be part of this Black History Month exhibit at the art gallery. So my job here is to make this video that kind of ties together the idea of the bus boycotts and how in the modern day, how today members of the community are continuing to not necessarily protest, but advocate for equality when it comes to representation in the economic sector, you know. So this script that we were just looking at kind of touches on that. It's pretty straightforward. The highlighted parts here are the voiceover. So we have the voiceover recorded. Members of our community continue to build, create, and lead, standing on the shoulders of those who came before us. Their efforts have paved the way, blah, blah, blah. The bus boycotts not only lead to historic change, but serve as a da-da-da-da-da. As we move forward, we remember the sacrifices of these people and look to the future, not only surviving but thriving, carrying the torch lit generations before us. We honor those who fought for our future and celebrate the members who are continuing to uplift that legacy today. So pretty straightforward. It's just like a nice sort of feel-good video, you know, pretty short run time, about 3 minutes. And it's really just a nice little compare and contrast between then and now, and just showing, you know, we have so much footage of community members today doing their thing, you know, public speaking engagements out in the community. Group these 3 shots together. We have so much footage of just community members just doing their thing. And so to go with that, we're just gonna combine some historical footage and archival photos and imagery from that era, just to connect all the ideas together. So here are those 5 voice lines, just kind of all dropped in here roughly. I'm just gonna go through and kind of line them up with the music and try to get them to kind of just fit and flow along the emotional sort of ride, and then really just drag and drop visuals in here. So far at this point, there's only so much I can do, because the last bit of footage I'm needing actually is footage of the actual bus seats set up at the art exhibit, and that I'm not filming until this Friday. So I'm gonna just do what I can, just getting some archival footage in here, and then some more footage of the community members here. And so I've already gone through and found some footage from different community members here. Just professionals doing their thing, whether it's in food, like a guy who owns a food truck. I don't have any footage of her, unfortunately, but this guy Chris, who's a barber, a local barber, dance instructor. This guy does public speaking, a chef, and then this guy Micah is an artist. So between them, and I might even find a couple more, but between them, I mean, that's like a good amount of representation, a lot of different professions, a lot of different people doing different things. And I have all this footage of them. So like, I really want to do what I can to portray it and put it out there. And this is nice. This is not usually, I don't usually have this luxury, but being able to work off of a script is going to be something great to have. Because I don't usually have this at all. I'm usually kind of winging it. So although it's kind of straightforward and it's pretty short, and I for the most part know what I'm already gonna put in these places, just having a script, having something to correspond with it is gonna be so helpful. And honestly too, the shorter I make these videos, the more time it allows me to focus on doing like visual effects type things, like just transitions and titles and just sound design, even just spicing it up even more. So that'll also be good. And so just generally speaking, I've already kind of started, so I kind of consider each one of these little vocal bits of VO an island here. And I've already got the music too. And so what I'm going to start doing is just going through and just kind of doing what I'm doing here and just dropping some clips onto these islands just to generally fill them up. And then I'll go through and stretch them and size them and fit them and, trim it. But I'm going to start by just generally putting my ingredients out here on these islands. So first I'm going to finish this one. So I have a few shots of
Today,
Chef Jackie here.
members of our community continue to build, create, and lead, standing on the show.
So build, create, and lead. I want something with him speaking here.
You to build, create, and lead, standing on the shoulders. Create and lead, standing on the shoulders of those who came before.
Maybe like that. So he says build, create, and lead. So for create, what I want to have actually is maybe a shot of him painting a picture, which I do have. I just need to source from somewhere else. So let's start with that. Crazy.
AJ. Mom. AJ, did you get suspended again?
to the people of Nashville
I
really
would,
fast?
you know what? Yes, ready, and go now. Yes.
If you guys are hanging around on Beale Street,
That's in
get
Memphis.
home and walk.
That's in Memphis. We're in Nashville. And take 2, we are on Broadway. Ready, and go now.
If you guys are hanging out on Broadway Street, get off that street. Walk, girl. At 9 o'clock tonight.
There it is.
It's not like Adderall where you get addicted. Big weenie. Juicy Jumbos. That's not gonna fit in my bun. We'll make it fit.
How you doing, little brother?
Hi, and it's Little Visitor now. Adderall is how you say it in Cherokee.
Pardon my French, but I'll be there.
Walker told me I had AIDS.
How you doing, little? You can tell us if you're gay.
It's not gay to play with dominoes.
You can tell us if
Have you or a loved one been experiencing symptoms such as coughing, wheezing, or shortness of breath? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Finally, a CRM.
Colombia, we don't say.
I used to bang great.
What's your question? My nigga? My nigga? My nigga? My nigga? My nigga? My nigga?
Oh, there you are.
That's not
Me too. No, but that's my dog.
This is Alex, and he built the TikTok for smart people. Instead of doom scrolling,
Alright, what's up, guys? So I thought I would give y'all my morning routine. I'm sorry, I was asking for morning.
Okay, here we go. Oh my god, another 7. Are you serious?
Not my lucky day.
This. Surely there's been a mistake here. What mistakes do your eyes see, please state this? Well, the burglar appears to be placed on my highest yielding wheat field. I'm afraid no mistake has been made.
But are your people not enjoying bread?
It's a reminder your people not living in stone walls. The resources that I've given you illustrate my point perfectly when you were engaged in trade. My people no longer have use for your bread. We take land from the north, whereas your friends know where lies. For that, people of the Orange Kingdom do not make alliance. We have alliance!
Delivery! Did someone order ugly? Did someone order ugly? Oh, thank you for the ugliest day of my life.
You saying that you're...
Let's skip to the ugly part. Die.
Okay, well, you look good, if that's what you're trying to do.
Oh, Michael, do you need birthday? Michael, do you need birthday? Did you feel like a little sick? What do you got, babe?
What'd you say?
I said you look good, if that's what you're trying to do.
You get that? Oh, and now he's old. Singing a different tune. Isn't that funny? Send us this to a man. Send us to a man. Any man, any guy. Alright? I'm off to story. You guys need anything? Cause I'll be back. Don't get the shot, Michael. Cause you're not getting that. Get rid of it.
Hey, we're a little late. If anyone asks, let's just say the babysitter was late.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So you got rid of the beard?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that was kind of cool.
You feel the same way
Yeah, you look smaller. Weaker. Hey, Larry, was it?
Yes.
I just noticed that you didn't namaste with the other yogis.
Yeah.
located about 30 miles south of Portland.
And I think you have a good relationship with this farm.
Me too.
It's not some guy on a yacht who lives in Miami. I was just
No.
saying when he's organic.
It tears at the core of my being, the idea of someone just cashing in on a trend like organic. No, I know the type. No, yeah. Yes, I do have a.
Sorry, that was my medication alarm.
Holy shit.
It's quite a selection.
White wakes me up, blue calms me down. Orange keeps the demons from dancing all around me. This blue one is so I don't get bloated and gas and I don't shit my pants.
Why don't I get me some of that?
You just call the lady and say, I'm thinking about harming myself and others. You have to say and, not or. That's it, it's the and other. Sorry, that was my medication alarm.
You wanna go?
Give me just 1 second. I gotta run to measure something fast. Okay?
Hey, Jeff. Hey, how you doing? I need you to have your hands out of your pocket and have a seat right over there. I knew that was gonna happen. Done. Just have a seat. How you doing?
Not worth a crap.
Not worth the crap.
I was over my dad's to take a look at a tree for him, and I knew I was going to get sucked into this.
What do you mean get sucked into this?
Sometimes I do stupid shit, and I've never followed through on it.
Well, explain it to me, Jeff. Stupidity. What do you mean by stupidity?
I know better, and I didn't catch when she said 15, and until she just said, and I'm like, you know what? That's not me. I'm sorry. I just.
Well, explain. Just tell me how this all came together today.
You know what? Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know.
I mean, I'm just. That's what you said. I'm not really having any issues, but I'm just not happy at home, and I'm.
Are you married to Jeff? And how long have you been married?
18 years.
18 years. And do you have kids, Jeff? And how old are your kids?
Is 18. Just graduated from school.
From high school.
You wanna go?
Give me just 1 second. I gotta run to okay?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how you doing?
I need you to have your
Swapping out an old route is a trend. Fire,
And left.
Yo, dude, let's watch this one. I've never seen it before. You run so dead.
What the fuck?
I know this is really crazy, but I hate What's up?
What's up? Snail, turkey, Thanksgiving, dinner, sandwich, snowman, Disney, Epcot, bull ride, Batman, Rhino, Yoda, Shark Attack, Unicorn, Newton's Cradle, Antlers, Beautiful, TIE Fighter, Walker Plane, Ice Shack, Woolly Mammoth, Earship, Ping Pong, Telescope, Parachute, Last Supper, Jellyfish, bigger jellyfish. Last time I saw smaller jellyfish.
You guys.
God damn it.
We're still friends.
Fuck. God damn it. Pull this up right quick. Alright, so dropping this stuff in here. And I need to find some specific shots of this guy, Micah, doing his thing, painting some artwork. Which might not be in this drive, it might be somewhere else. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not in here. Community profile videos, that's the one. Blacklight is who we're looking for. House shoot. And I got a few specific shots of him kind of just crafting and sort of doing his thing in the background. Kind of like that one. I think I'm just going to drag and drop these into here, because all the rest of this footage is also sourced from this same drive. So these two are a couple of good ones, I think. Actually, I think I'm just gonna stick with, well, I'll just bring them both in here. And then maybe one more from his workbench here, because he does he works with fabrics and stuff like that as well. It's a kind of a cool shot, so we'll start with those.
It incorporates vision. There's no. We're not like.
So trying to find like a good segment where something like this. There we go. A nice kind of establishing shot.
To them. It automatic.
And it really only needs to be a couple seconds like that. Right where he says making, doing, whatever he says here.
Today, members of our community continue to build, create, and lead. Standing community continue to build, create, and lead. Standing on the shoulders of those who came before us. Create and lead. Standing.
Build, create, and lead. So I might not have anything specific to building. You know, like I don't have like anybody actually building anything literally, but I think more what he's kind of getting at is, or more what the script is kind of getting at is like building bridges, like building in other ways, building connections, building community, uplifting. So I think as long as I'm finding something kind of close to that.
Continue to build, create, and lead. Standing on the shoulders of those who came before us. Their efforts have paved the way for new generations to thrive and grow.
Okay, so this is like another point I'm kind of paying attention to. So noticing there's this kind of natural sort of
create and lead. Standing
dip
on
in the music
shoulders of
here.
those who came before us. Their efforts have paved the.
So immediately where I usually go is like, let that sort of hang, you know? So I wanted to slide it back here to, so that, because whatever he says right before this is just going to have more impact. So I want to find a nice impactful line somewhere in this second segment, wherever I want it to kind of hang and be like more pronounced. So
came before us.
Let's try this.
Their efforts have paved the way for new generations to thrive and grow.
Okay, so obviously, like, those shots in that aren't gonna work in that. You know, these should be kind of quick. I'm thinking just like I want to really, like, for this particular video, like, get in the habit of, like, just upping the pace a little bit, like not trying to make everything slow and drawn out, like really kind of let this move along. I mean, it's a quick edit. I want to show a lot of different things, and like this particular island, I'm calling it, like, I really want to show off like all the community members, and that'll basically go from somewhere around here, like right before the island, all the way up until this new talking point, which is when we're going to show whatever this is, the bus seats being painted and everything. So that's where that footage will go. So so I have these few shots. I'm gonna get well, I have that one shot. I'm gonna grab some from Aisha Wand here. I've already gone through and found these selects. So this is a dance instructor here. I'm gonna just select all these, hit clip attributes, and make sure I already have this set to 24 frames a second, which I do. I don't know if I recorded these in slow motion. It's possible I didn't.
Not only lead to a historic change.
So I want to, you know, again, just thinking in terms of like short montages for these. Like, I want to get just a nice little sample of like a little sort of montage of shots for each of these people in the community here. So she's obviously teaching dance. So maybe something like that, even just a quick little segment. Oops. Let's grab that. And I'm going to change this to 2 because I don't really need a full screen at this point. You know, just something kind of like this.
And grow.
It's a little tough because for this particular shot, I did. And honestly, I want the visual impact. So this might not be the best spot for this exact shot, because I want something that's like a little bit more
and grow,
visually impactful, like this maybe. You know, and I'll probably even put some audio there in the background of him talking, like, you can do anything, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, this guy in particular, like, he does motivational speaking for kids and youth at different events and at different schools and stuff like that. So I think that would be a great thing to have right here, kind of right when that music swells like that. So in fact, I might even try to find like an actual segment of him. Scroll through here and try to find it, see what he's actually saying right here. So the fact that this audio clip here is all white tells me that the sound is just completely shot. Sometimes I can go in here and switch these over. So that brought it down a little bit. I usually record one track like as a safety track, a few decibels lower for just that reason, so that just in case it's way too loud. I have one that's where the audio isn't spiked. So luckily that kind of worked right here. So what I should do is kind of just go through and try to find like an actual, see, hopefully it's not too blown. Okay, so I'm gonna come back. Just introducing him. I want to try to find like a specific line from him. So what he does usually, I know that's really hard to hear and probably blowing out your eardrums a little bit. He has like a rap that he wrote and performs in front of kids, like kind of an inspirational, motivational thing. And so I could try to find a line from that to put in there. But what I was really looking for is like an actual thing about like, you know, if you want to get motivated to do something, you need to stay focused, like something not necessarily from the rap, where it would require like,
so being this is something I had to kind of change my focus. Had to learn how to do it. Okay. You're gonna have a chance. You got like one song. What's your name? Adrian. Because I love you. Life is too short. You do not put your heart, your passion, your love into what you do. Teaching, administrator, law officer, nurse, military, sanitation, working for a nonprofit, athlete, performer, whatever you do.
so what he said right there, life's too short.
No one do it. Your heart, your passion, your love. Life is too short. You do not put your heart, your passion, your love into what you do.
There you go. So that's a little something right there. So I'm going to just grab that little segment. Life is too short to not put your passion, your love into everything you do. Change this again to make the backup track. Bring that up a little bit.
Your passion, your love into what you do.
So see, that's, you know, again, not the best spot, but you kind of get the idea now. So now I can take this out. I'm just going to delete that. Just clean, nice clean delete.
And grow.
Life is too short.
And what I might experiment with actually is bringing this down into this track. So this is sometimes why I like to put the audio or the music in the third audio track here, because then if I have like ducking enabled where I want the music to cut out when a voice comes in, then I can bind that to just one audio track above. And then if I don't want it to duck out, like, you know, I still want the music to be kind of loud, and I don't want this audio to necessarily make the audio cut out. I just want it to kind of feel like a background sound a little bit more. Then I can use this second audio track for that. So this is like audio that I don't want to overpower the music in the background, but I want it to still be kind of present. So let's see how this sounds.
And grow.
Life is too short. You do not put your heart, your passion, your love into what you do.
So see how it just, I could still make it duck the audio a little bit, and I could, you know, I could change it around, but I like generally how it doesn't cut out the music. Like, I just like it to be kind of an extra little sound layer that's in there. You know, I think it just, I like the feel of that, the sound of that.
Life is too short. You do not put your heart, your passion, your love into what you do.
So this, what I don't like about this transition here, you know, this is a scenario where it's like, you know, typically I'm grouping these sequences in groups of 3 for each person, or 2 or whatever. But you know, in this case, because it goes back to a thing I was talking about a couple days ago, where like the shots are not far enough apart, like they don't change enough. It makes the cut feel like unnecessary or just kind of janky, just kind of weird. So, you know, I think in this particular case, because these 2 shots are just too close together, like they're shot from the same angle, that it makes the cut feel weird, and therefore it's not really like, I don't know, that great of a transition. I don't know. It's just doesn't really feel worth it. Man. Oh God. I'm actually gonna hit the restroom real quick, and I will be right back.
Ganze nur am Saufen.
Hey Carolyn, it's Evan. Just calling you back. Can you hear me? There we go. Yeah, I switched over to headphones. Yeah. Yeah, I live at home with my wife in White City.
Would anyone like some coffee?
Oh, that'd be nice.
How would you like it? In a cup, fool?
No, typically it's set to about 70, 71. That's I think what we leave it on at on average. Oh, is it at 73? Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, no, I definitely haven't paid it this month. So yeah, I will... Yeah. Understood. Sure. Totally. Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally understand that. I definitely apologize. I do recall turning it up a while ago and then, yeah, kind of just not touching it, but I will definitely make a point to, right, yeah, 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 no, I totally get it. Yeah, no, I sincerely apologize, and I'll definitely make a point to turn it off every time. I mean, oh, it is? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I haven't, I mean, I did turn it on hold at one point, but I don't remember ever messing with the schedule. So that shouldn't be an issue. Okay, well, that's good to know then that it'll at least be, I just won't touch it then. If it is on a schedule, I'll make sure that it shuts off. What time is it supposed to shut off then, going by the schedule? Okay. Gotcha. Well, I can definitely set the schedule to go with my schedule, but I mean, I'm happy to do it with whatever, like you would most comfortably like to be. I mean, I'm here pretty much every day, so I mean, but honestly, from about 10 to about 7 typically. So I. Right. Yeah. Gotcha. Right. Yeah, that was something I talked about to Gary a couple of weeks ago when we had somebody looked at it. He said, we'll let you know as soon as something opens up. I'm happy whenever something opens up. Like even if it's before somebody necessarily wants to move into space, like you'd rather have this space, completely empty. I'd definitely be happy at looking at something, more. Sure. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, anything, if you have anything, that opens up that's more, like, appropriate for what I'm paying right now, like, I would definitely be, open to looking around, like, if you have other spots. I know that this is kind of a temporary situation No, totally. I didn't know that there was a year like backlogged of rent for this place. Is that what you're saying? Or it's... Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. Sure. No. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely apologize. That should never have happened. I'll make a point to make sure it's on the schedule. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. No, that totally makes sense. Okay. I mean, set it to whatever, and I'll. Oh, there is one. That's okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. No, let me know. I'd be happy to take a look at that. Yeah, whenever it works for you. I know this is definitely, a bigger space, and originally it was just kind of Lance, made it sound like this was something he wanted to really commit to, a bigger space, and that was why we moved out of the downstairs spot, and all of a sudden he was never here, and then he's like, I don't want to be there. I'm like, well, that kind of puts me in a tough position, so I definitely know you guys are doing a lot to work with me, and I do appreciate it. So it was just kind of a moving around, moving with the tides, not necessarily with what was optimal for me at the time. So but I will definitely be more mindful of this in the future. And I mean, if it's already set on the schedule, if you have it set on the schedule, then I can I'm sure I put it on hold at some point. I mean, the schedule should have been canceled, but it looks like it's on the schedule now. Yeah. It says following schedule, so. No, it just says set to 72, fans on auto, 65 media. It says inside 72, and it says set to 66, following schedule. So it does look like it's going to go down to 66. It doesn't have a time that it's going to do, but it just says it's going to according to the schedule. Check it.
No time for faking jacks. Stop faking jacks. Brothers that fake jacks get laid on their back.
I apologize. I was honestly just completely had neglected it, and I wasn't sure if this was something that was could be controlled, from somewhere else in the building, or if this was like the only fixed like control for this unit, this thermostat here. So I'm glad to have that on my radar. That's especially with what you guys are doing, like the deal you guys are giving me on the space. I'm really appreciative of the whole situation. Let me know. Yeah. And you said it's open, like it will be opening up soon. Like there's somebody else in there now, but it's like a news. Okay. Yeah, right. Okay. You're right, yeah. And yeah, this is definitely something that I have my desk and like a couple racks of stuff, and that's like the majority of what I need. Like the whole idea with this bigger space was being able to film stuff in, but yeah, without somebody else here, it's like, it's just kind of more than is needed. So for the most part, for what I need. So yeah, let me know whenever this week. You have my number, or you know, whenever you can, I'd be happy to go and look at whatever you have. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Take care. Bye.
It's inelegant, it's strange. This whole half of the room can see my bald spot. I would have filled that in. I said no, but I regret that now completely.
Wait till I get my money right. I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven.
boycotts became a symbol. Today, members.
Oh, yeah, this is